back on your heels. Now, sit down, legs straight, walk to the front,
Kuumba Dance Ensemble is a West African dance group. We are a non-profit, and we formed in 2016, wanted to keep the richness of the culture going, and it was what I was trained in when I was away from home for about 30 years. And so Kuumba means creativity, and it is the sixth principle of Kwanzaa, and so we celebrate creativity here in Lynchburg, and excited about it. Our dances are traditional. We studied in Africa, in Senegal, back in the 90s, in 1996, and our teacher is Hassan Kanta, and he actually hails from Senegal, and he actually leads the Conquerant West African Dance Group, which is in Washington, D.C. And so all of the dances we do are authentic, and that's important because we certainly do not want to offend any of our friends from West Africa and beyond, the diaspora. So we make sure that we attend conferences and classes to make sure that we're current and up to date on all that we do teach. But it is all traditional. And they're very thematic. For example, the dance that we did tonight, Pen Logo, is from Ghana. And a lot of the dances we do are from Ghana or Guinea or Senegal, Liberia, because those are the teachers that we train from. And but Pen Logo is a recreational dance, a social dance. And so when you see that danced in Ghana, they're competing against each other. And generally, we would precede all of our dances with a chant, so we don't just get out there and just start dancing, because the chants set the dances up. And then, of course, we would have a drum call, because that clears the way, gets rid of any evil spirits. So there's a lot involved, and sometimes when we do lecture demonstrations, we don't focus solely on that because we have time constraints. And with the 45 minutes tonight, we wanted to engage the children. So I didn't want to talk too much, but when they come to the studio at Dance Lynchburg, where we teach, they do get the history and the meanings of the dances, which is really important. It's kind of like anything else. You want to know the history. For example, if I was teaching volleyball, I want to know that William Morgan or whoever it was created the game, and here's why he did it. So when we dance, if we were dancing about a young lady going into adulthood, then I want to make sure that I pass that information on, because that is the tradition of Africa, to pass information on. And they have griots who are the real storytellers, and so they pass that information on as well. So I have to do that, or I am not being traditional to the richness of that culture.
How many of you out here would like to drum? Raise your hand. Aha. All right, good. Put your hand down. How many would like to dance? Good.
There are dances that we do for children, and there are dances we do for teens. There are dances for men. There are dances for women. And they all have a gradual difficulty. And so the one dance that we taught tonight, which is Pan Logo, very easy. But there are some complicated dances when you look at harvest dances, and when the villagers are dancing about crops that they're planting, then the steps can get a little bit more difficult. And we have a dance called Ikankan, and that is very engaging, and it requires a lot of your body movements to move at the same time. And the drums, or the rhythm, is very fast, and so it requires a lot of footwork. So we do start with basic and then move up.
It also talks about boys going into adulthood, which is a rite of passage, or rites of passage. And so they would dance, and we would just cheer them on, and they would see who is the strongest. So we're going to let you dance again, boys, because we know that you're strong. And tell me your name. Nicholas said, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. And I love it. He thought about what he wanted to do, and then he did it.
Nicholas really impressed me, because when I went over to him and I said, okay, Nicholas, you can dance. He said, I'm thinking. So what he was doing was, when we had them in the hallway and was teaching them dance, he had to go back in his mind. He says, okay, I want to do this, but here's how I want to do it. And he created his own way of doing that. And that's what it's about. It doesn't have to be duplicated, but what we want him to do is have fun with it. And he showed me tonight that that's what he wanted. And a lot of the boys who are studying dance at other studios came up and said, I want to do this. I think our boys like, and our girls like to move very fast. And I think that's why the African dance draws them, or Afro-Caribbean dance draws them. And you do need a lot of energy, but you get a lot of energy just from participating. So I'm hoping that they understand that, you know, there are different forms of dance, that we all have studied ballet, jazz, tap, toe, whatever, lyrical. And there's another one called West African dance. And so we wanted to expose them to it. We hope that they would want to participate, and a lot of them said they did. We hope that they'll understand that when you have the live drums, it heals your body. And that is one of the things that we know will happen, that drums are healing because of the brain research. We know that when those brain receptors are engaged, that they can have some healing for your entire body. So that's why we do it.